Hey, I am going to talk to somebody that I've waited for so long to talk to because he's had a 37-year journey. He might have longer journey than that, but as far as I'm concerned, that film in 1988 that I saw, that was Intakam, and that was in 1988, and this is 2025. So for me, it's a 37-year journey. We will ask him how long that journey has been, and he is just about to give us some good news of his latest film. And that happens to be Andaz 2. Yeah, big round of applause. सुनील दर्शन जी, आपका लाइका रेडियो नेटवर्क में स्वागत है।
थैंक यू सो मच। मैं खुद बहुत खुश नसीब अपने आप को समझता हूँ कि आपके साथ बाली ब्रह्मभट्ट के साथ मैं एक शो कर रहा हूँ। इट्स एन ऑनर फॉर मी एंड अ प्लेजर एज वेल।
सीरियसली मुंबई जब मिलते थे, एंड आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर दोस
वो
फोन।
भी क्या दिन थे।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, दैट्स राइट। And I
ब्यूटीफुल।
just want to go through the next 15, 20 minutes through your journey, basically.
श्योर।
And just to let the viewers know that the gentleman that I am talking to is a multi-talented person, a producer, a director, a story writer, screenplay. You name any aspect of filmmaking, and he's conversant about it. So if I had my way, I would talk to him for hours on end. But then we shall resume now. 16 films in which you produced 14 of them, and then you directed nine of them, and then you wrote nine out of those 16 films. So I want to know exactly how your journey has been in the last 37 years.
Journey begins ever since I was born in this world. When I was born into a film family, as you know,
Yes, I do.
and yes, so movies were somewhere, right in my subconscious, right from when the conscience came in, even
Mhm.
as a child. And when I go back, I actually remember movies that I've watched when I was 5 years old, maybe 4.5 years old. And movies like Sangam and Mere Mehboob, all those classic movies that they used to have.
Yes, yes, of course.
Three
Yes.
Manzils and Baharon Ke Sapnes,
Oh
all
my
those
God.
wonderful, amazing movies that they made in India. I
Yes.
was always proud, So when
Hmm.
in my group, that little group, family group that we had, while
Yes.
most of my cousins were watching Hollywood, I
Uh-huh.
was more to Hindi cinema. I thought, we need to pride ourselves with our content.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so that's where
So,
the journey really started.
most of your films have had titles of old films. जैसे मैंने देखा कि इंतकाम से लेकर लुटेरे हो, जानवर हो, and they were all titles of the old films. Is that a fetish or a gimmick to use the old titles?
Well, it's neither a fetish nor a gimmick. To me, the word just comes because it's the best suitable, the most apt word
Yeah.
to address this particular subject with.
Ah,
And that's the
okay.
reason I utilize that word. And yes, one has to keep in mind that be conscious that when you make a film, a title has to be attractive.
Yes,
And
that's right.
I have always tried to have minimum amount of words possible
Yeah.
in the title. But I have made Ek Rishta, the bond of love. And हाँ मैंने भी प्यार किया.
Uh,
You know?
and you broke the trend of old film titles with कर ले प्यार कर ले, गाने के ऊपर से एक फिल्म
Yeah,
का
that was,
टाइटल
as
बन
I
गया।
told
एक
you,
हसीना थी एक दीवाना था 2017 में। Was that Shiv's idea?
no, these decisions are taken by me where the filmmaking is concerned on
Because I
creatives.
noticed the two of them are song titles. And
Amazing
Shiv is
songs.
the guy there.
No, no, they were amazing songs, from that generation when I was growing up and I was
Yes,
hearing these songs and there was a
yes.
sizzle I could get with that Kar Le Pyar Kar Le from
Hmm.
Talash, the old
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
Maybe 10 years old then or something.
Oh, but of
And,
course, yeah, yeah.
yeah, Ek Hasina Thi Ek Deewana Tha was when I recall he was 20 years old. We go to college. So those
Okay.
were, and they suited the film so aptly, you know.
Yes.
That's why
And tell me, how is he? How is Shiv?
she was fine. He's doing well.
Oh, great. I'm glad
He's
to hear
waiting
that.
for a big movie to come his way. You know, he wants to do a big action movie and he's working on it, I
Thumbs
guess.
up for that. You know, I noticed that Shakalaka Boom Boom 2007 ki was shot in South Africa, and Ek Hasina Thi Ek Deewana Tha 2017 ka was shot in the UK, of course. And
Yes.
any other films that you shot abroad?
Can I can I tell you what?
Yeah.
I shot my movies uh ek I shot Ajay in Switzerland, a song
Ah,
in UK, yeah, one song in UK, few songs in
yes.
Switzerland. After that, I did January, which was totally India. Ek
Hmm.
Rishta was there was one song shot in Malaysia, two songs shot in Malaysia, and one song shot in Switzerland. And How
Okay.
Many Pyar Kiya was Switzerland all the way.
Yes,
And
yes, of
then
course.
yeah, of course. And then I shot, I shot a lot of my movies in South Africa.
Ah,
You know, where
okay.
Raj, there was Andaz, there was Dosti, there was Mere Jeevan Sathi, there was Barsat. All the movies somehow South Africa was so fascinating because it had
Which
varying
area of
terrain
South Africa?
around Cape Town.
Cape Town, my favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, and then one at a point I felt I did a lot of Cape Town at a go, so I decided to make a full movie in Johannesburg, which was
Wow.
quite very difficult place to film, you know. But I
Yeah.
had the courage. We went and shot it. We worked for about 2 months over there.
Were you allowed to shoot at the Sun City?
I didn't want to shoot at Sun City because I saw other films shot there. So
Ah,
those
yes, yes, yes.
locations where other films were shot, I would try to avoid.
I
Then
understand.
yeah, in the UK, I shot Ek Hasina Thi Ek Deewana Tha, the entire movie there.
Hanji, Hanji.
And that's again shot in UK, but not shot in London. So it was shot in an area where I don't think any movie was ever shot. That was in the Plymouth, you know,
Yes,
and then,
Plymouth. And you
yeah,
pronounced it correctly.
yeah. I'm
Because
from,
many a times people go with Plymouth
and
or
the area,
Plymouth.
there after Downs, you have heard of those, uh,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
there, yeah.
Lovely, you know
Beautiful,
your
stunning
UK.
locations, yeah, yeah.
You love UK, right?
Of course, it's got beautiful countrysides.
So next time we want you in London at the Leica Studios and personal
Will
interview one to one. You know what I mean?
always
You
be a pleasure.
you know, three films with Sunny Deol, three with Bobby Deol, seven with Akshay, and there was Karishma, Karina. They were repeated in many films. Was it to do with the chemistry with them?
You forgot one with Mr. Amitabh Bachchan and one with his son
Oh, but
Abhishek
of
Bachchan,
course. Oh, but of course. Yes, yes, yes.
and one with Anil Kapoor as well.
Yes, Anil Kapoor as well. Yes, yes. But I saw
Yeah.
the kind of majority of films, like
Yes.
Seven with Akshay and all that, you know. So you
And then
must
two
have a
with Upen
wonderful
Patel.
chemistry.
UK born and bred Upen Patel was also in two
Upen
movies.
Patel was in
Agar
two
Hum
of them
Woman
that
and
I
Ek
noticed.
Hasina.
Yes, yes, that's right. And was it the chemistry with them? Like Akshay ke
Uh,
saath saath filme?
I thought when I was starting out my production career,
Yeah,
at that time there were heroes who were bigger. There were heroes who were more successful than a Sunny Deol then.
yeah,
There was a Mithun Chakravarti. There were
yes,
bigger heroes around.
yeah,
I thought Sunny Deol at that point was quite exclusive,
yes, he
and
was. Still is, I
I
guess.
decided to put my stock behind him.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
I spent my first decade of filmmaking with Sunny Deol through those three movies in Takam, Luteria, and Ajay.
Yeah.
And then I realized, that was too slow a pace to adopt. So I needed to
Okay.
move faster. And fortunately, I got that opportunity when I got to work with Akshay Kumar. So I decided when
Yes.
Akshay Kumar came in, he himself was at the nadir of his career, and I just decided I thought it was worthwhile picking him up and pushing him up there, and Yes, those 7 movies came back to back, and it did a lot of good to me. It did
Bet.
more good to Akshay than to me.
I see.
But yeah, but it was a great, great journey together.
You
Then
bet.
one day I realized that Akshay, who had shot for Barsat, with
Yes,
Priyanka
yes, of
Chopra,
course.
we
Yes.
realized that we had to decide that, we had to continue with either of them because they couldn't work together
Yeah.
for certain reasons. Well,
Oh,
should
oh,
not be.
okay.
So it was decided that Priyanka would stay on and, work
Yeah.
with Akshay on another.
Ah. So your first film, now from the filming side of it, we come to the musical side of it. And your first film with Nadeem Shravan was Ek Rishta, 2001 में.
Actually,
And
they were
उसके,
supposed to do January.
हाँ जी,
Nadeem Shaman was supposed to do January,
हाँ जी,
but at the end of 1997, I thought, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and suddenly, unfortunately, some mishaps happened, and he wasn't available. So I had been working with Anand Millan before
Anand
that,
Milin.
and I continue with them.
You
They
had
do
a
good
good
work. They do good work, yeah. And they did a
trio.
fabulous score for Janwar.
Yeah, those are
Anand Millan
two
did a
good
fabulous.
trio with Anand Milind as well.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
very
right.
much in touch with Milind, and he always praises you for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
wonderful.
and
And
your
secondly,
first film with
the constant was Samir.
yeah, 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 Constant. That's what I'm just about to come there. And
Yeah,
with your first film with Nadeem Shravan, but before that with Anand Milind as well, your constant relationship with Samir ji. क्या
he
बात है
stayed.
क्या बात
Stayed,
है
yes. I know that. I
and
was fortunate to get to work with Anand Bakshi and Lakshmikant Pyarlal in my first movie, but
yes
wasn't fortunate enough to get the best of their songs. So I
ah
decided that maybe I wasn't as big for them, to
I
deliver
see
their best. So I decided
okay
my next movie I'll go
uh-huh
in for a relatively newcomer team.
yeah
You
yeah
know,
yeah
it was Anand Mittal.
mm-hmm.
And they were busy. They started getting busy because I was a distributor of Kamat Se Kamat Tak also.
Yes
And I knew that they would get busy. And then Samir came onto the scene. I thought he did great work.
yeah
And we collaborated well. It was a team effort. And those 3 movies
uh-huh
that I did, I think I
brilliant
love the music, each of them.
yeah so you got after Ek Rishta 2001 made followed by 5 with Nadeem Shravan, 1 with Sanjeev Darshan, and then 3 including Andaz 2 with Nadeem Saifi. And tell me about your relationship with Nadeem Saifi, the late Shravanji, Samirji, Sanjeev Darshan. How's your relationship with all of them?
These are Shana kids. And, I respect their talent. Unfortunately, they haven't managed to make it. And I wish
Yeah,
them the best. Having come to now, let's come to the Shravanji. He was
yeah,
there.
yeah,
He would contribute his bit, I would say,
yeah.
what we were doing.
Hmm.
And then it was Nadeem Saifi,
Yeah.
the super composer, a legend, I
Baijan
feel, of
is,
last 35 years, unparalleled, you
yes,
know,
yes. I
composer,
always
can't beat
called
it.
him a hit maker whenever we were together in London. And
Yeah,
हमारा रिश्ता बड़ा गहरा है.
yeah.
And
Uh,
I have actually experienced him. हम शॉपिंग गए थे ब्रेंट क्रॉस शॉपिंग सेंटर में एंड ही
yeah.
सडनली वहां पे स्पीकर्स पे कुछ म्यूजिक आ रहा था डॉक्टर जिवागो का फिल्म का
Oh, okay.
Lara's theme.
Yeah.
So he put his
Okay.
hands on his ears and he sort of said, "Jaldi मेरे को गाड़ी में ले चल." And we used to keep a Walkman with the recording in
Yeah.
there. एंड ही सेड जल्दी गाड़ी में ले चल तो मैंने कहा अच्छा ये ट्यून मार रहे हो अरे नहीं ये ट्यून मेरी ट्यून से क्लैश हो रही है एंड आई थॉट ही इज जस्ट सेइंग इट फॉर द सेक ऑफ इट वी वेंट टू द कार एंड गुनगुना रहे थे कुछ गाड़ी में एंड
Okay.
चुप 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 करने लगे चुप 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 ऐसा कुछ तो मेरे को लगा ये पता नहीं क्या चुपके कर रहे हैं एंड दैट वाज द सॉन्ग चुपके
Oh,
and he
okay.
immediately contacted Samir Da and he said कुछ मुखड़ा कुछ ऐसा कुछ आना चाहिए चुपके and he gave a little tune to him and lo and behold there was this song that came out after three
Yes.
months. So I could
Okay.
see that he gets a tune and immediately records it and then he works on it and I saw him composing right in front of me believe me,
Mm.
I really know that he is a hit maker, of songs. Now you are so
He's the only
versatile.
composer. He is the only composer
Yeah,
who composed the entire musical score of Hey Krishna in one day.
seriously.
Yes.
Ah,
I was in UK holiday and
mhm.
I ran into him and realized that, it was I was a Nadeem fan. I am a Nadeem fan.
Yeah,
So
me too. Me too. Me too.
he
Yeah,
done super work in this type of. And I felt that, I saw that he wanted to work.
I
And I was
see.
getting that opportunity, to actually give him that one big project, which,
Yeah, yeah,
uh, where he could actually, get into. And yeah, but I was short of time. So he said, just can you give me 2 days? I said, what? One day you narrate your story and your situations,
yeah.
and next day you come to my house, you know, and into my music sitting room. It was a little garage at the
Oh,
back of the
Yari Road
house.
wali? Yari Road mein music room
Hey,
jo
no,
thi.
he was in London,
He was in London. I see what you mean. Kingsbury. Yeah.
Kingsbury, where I am.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
I said, okay, great. I mean, I'd never heard anything like that before in my life, whether it was Lakshmi ji or it was Anand. And I actually went when I narrated the story to him, and he was totally into it. Next morning, when I went to he invited me at 11 a.m. I went to his place, and lo, the entire musical score. How do you find this? I mean, the mukras, because which is 90% of the song is the
But of
mukra,
course. Yes,
first
yes, yes.
verse,
Yes, yes.
action, and in all the 8 songs were ready with him. And
Wow.
he had alternate to every song, but I
Yeah.
realized, that there were situations where there were more than one, both the songs would fit in. So I would
How
tell him,
cool is
oh,
that?
yeah, you keep this for this movie of mine, and when
Yeah.
I come back to you for another movie of mine,
Yeah.
remember that this song for me. And yeah, he's
The
amazing.
genius. And you are so versatile. You write stories, you direct, you produce. Now, which one is your forte out of all of them?
I don't know. I'm just a filmmaker. I'm just a passionate film viewer, and I don't view much of cinema today. Well, I find passion in cinema missing. Today it's technique and intelligence rather
Yeah.
than the heart. We
Ah,
Indians, we are Orientals, and we have a certain yeah, the passion factor,
yeah.
which we there, which is really sorry, but it's missing out because
It's quite a common view lately. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, because what's happening now is that most of the people, the corporates commission films here.
Yeah.
And the people sitting in the corporate seats, they are more about mind than the heart. And they come from LA film schools and New York film schools and London film schools, and they want to make a Hindi film. They rather go to Banaras and Patna and understand what the audience wants. Go to
Very well
Ahmedabad,
said. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
then you get to know what Hindi cinema is about, and
Well
that's why
done.
we've had.
I
Yeah,
like such bold views. I'm really enjoying you at the moment.
thank you.
And, you said in an interview, Karina is the female Shah Rukh Khan. What did you mean by that in an interview?
I thought when I said that, it was about over 20 years ago.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
This statement was made about almost 25 years ago, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I seriously believe, I really believe that she had tremendous potential,
Yeah.
tremendous potential to stand out,
Yeah.
in the crowd. I wouldn't say you're the greatest actor. I don't think Shah Rukh Khan is the greatest actor. But it's a personality which is undeniable.
I
It's
see.
an assimilation of so many things,
Hmm.
the way you look, the way your style, the way you
Yeah.
perform, your intelligence that you can put into it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Hmm.
I thought I really believed that Karina had that potential there. And every top filmmaker at a point wanted to work with her.
Ah,
They
and
wanted
you
to work
did.
with Shah Rukh.
And you
Yeah.
did, of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, every top filmmaker then. And then I was not a top filmmaker, man. So I
You
wasn't working.
always have been in my eyes and my
I'm
views,
just
you know.
being, I was just happy working with people I'm comfortable with.
Ah, you're so
Only
humble.
and give you good films.
I always wondered why you had said that, and today, at last, I got a chance to ask you. And I now
Having
know.
said that, Karina even today is a favorite actress and a favorite, I would say, a favorite friend.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
We don't
great.
meet, but if we meet, it's like a house
Yeah.
on fire.
ऐसे लगता है कि कल ही मिले थे. हाँ.
हाँ, वो
You
प्यार
know,
उसको है ना,
yeah,
वो स्टे करता है.
great. About Andaz 2 now, we jump on to the great surprise that is coming on, and I will let you tell me all about it. Because story-wise, is it a sequel of Andaz in 2003? Is it a sequel,
No, it's not a
story-wise?
sequel. I'll tell you what. It has the same spirit.
Okay.
The subject of Andaz had it was that it had this a triangular love story,
Yeah,
and behind that triangular love story, there were a lot of issues, social issues that would
yeah,
needed to be addressed. You
yeah,
know, so
yeah,
similarly, when I was working on the subject, I had the basic story was in my mind. I said, this relates to something. That's why
yeah,
title came afterwards.
yeah.
Title was not, it didn't come from the conceptualization of the subject. So it was a story I
Okay.
put together. And I said,
Ah, I see.
there's a parallel running there. So why not if I have a title which has $1 million value,
Yeah.
why should I use it?
Yes, yes,
How
Sunil ji.
that Andaz became Andaz 2.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of things are similar. That had two new girls.
Yeah,
This
that's what I was going
is,
to ask you. Fresh faces in Andaz,
yeah,
and
right.
how and why did you choose Ayush and Akaisha? You already chosen a Natasha before,
Yeah.
but
I had worked
these
with
two,
Natasha and Ek Hasina Thi Ek Deewana Tha, and I
yeah.
realized that billions of people had watched the songs of that movie. You
Ah,
know, I
okay.
thought that, they would be familiar with her face, but they wouldn't
Yes,
maybe not connect who this girl is.
very clever.
So, and she also had not done a second movie because she
Mm,
was working for, I think, a British consulate in Delhi, and she trains them in the language and stuff like that,
I
people
see.
living here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So she was based in Delhi then. And
Yeah.
where Ayush and Kaisha came in, he came in to play one of those, casting the supporting cast,
Yeah.
before the main leads.
Yeah.
And Ayush came in to play one of the friends role. And I saw this boy, I said, well, it's not just a friend. There's a lot more to this boy, you know. So I
Okay.
actually just do, yeah, and I just told my casting director that we need to sign up this boy up
Mm,
and see what I can do with him. And by then, that little time that it took to, sign him and get the protocol of documentation going, I
yeah.
decided that I will make hero of the movie.
Talk about determination. I can't believe that he just left the examination, MBA exams. He just got up and walked away. About
I believe,
Ayush.
he
So
actually
determined
wanted,
to become an actor, sort of thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
but that's, पागलपन जुनूनियत इसी को कहते हैं.
ये बात है. When is the release of Andaz 2?
It's just around the corner, 1st August. Yes,
Woohoo!
that's the date we're looking at. And
Uh-huh.
it's I know it's just 4 weeks away, but 4 weeks today within the digital age is a lot of time,
Blink
trust
your eye
me.
and it's 1st August. I know that.
Right.
And
So it's
1st
I'm
of August,
giving
it's quite an important date, actually. I remember 1774, there was a gentleman called Priestley, and he invented oxygen. He discovered oxygen.
God.
And you are giving
Boy,
new oxygen to the film industry and the world.
I
You're giving oxygen here
I'm
in
just
your
providing a
filmmaking.
movie. I'm just trying to
Kamal ka
provide.
coincidence hai na?
Yes, definitely. I'm giving oxygen to the thought, of the
Yes,
viewers. We've been
yes,
watching so much of cinema, a lot of content is being watched, but very
yeah,
little cinema.
yeah,
And what I've made is true cinema.
mm,
Whereas that time when we used to have Hindi cinema was all about music was so intrinsic to our Oriental lives.
yeah,
We wake up, we play, we
yeah,
sing, we
yeah,
hum.
yes,
We well family meet. We play games using music. So music is
yes,
so intrinsic. And if we have a breakup, then we have a song to sing for that.
yeah.
तो भाई ये क्या हो गया कि म्यूजिक ही हमारी जिंदगी से गायब हो गया.
गायब हो गया सच्ची. और आप ला रहे हो, 8
And that
songs
and
in
that
Andaz too.
guitar.
हम्म.
Yes, 8 songs in the movie.
8 गाने, अब तक 3 तो निकल आए हैं.
ये चौथा आ रहा है। और इसके बाद जो गाने हैं, यहाँ से जो 5 गाने
रब्बा
आए।
इश्क ना होवे कल आ रहा है ना.
यस, 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 यही तो दिल लगाने का अंदाज होता है।
हाँ 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 हाँ. समीर जी है
So
एट इज बेस्ट.
yes, yes. And then there are 4 more beautiful songs coming. And it's got a movie with great relationships. We need to, today when human beings are becoming very isolated, it's all become about me, I and me. I'm
यस.
talking about a movie about us, we,
या
whether
या.
it's a family, whether it's a relationship, and those who forget that have to be reminded. That's all it's about us, not about I.
Very well said. I love that. And what is your advice for aspiring NRI youngsters who want to act in Bollywood?
Uh, they need to they need to visit India. They need to understand the
जैसे
Oriental
आपने कहा
psychology.
न्यूयॉर्क और वो सब नहीं चलता, बनारस आना पड़ता है, वाराणसी आना पड़ता है.
नहीं, हम अपने अपने अंदर, यू नो वो जो जज्बा है,
जी.
वो आप डालिए। और आके कोई अच्छे फिल्म मेकर से मिलिए। और शायद अगर आप काबिलियत उससे दिखती होगी, तो देखो ना, अगर आयुष कुमार का करियर बन सकता है।
यस.
इससे पहले मैंने अक्षय कुमार को साइन किया था, तो मेरे
हाँ.
पास बहुत स्टार्स की, टॉप स्टार्स की चॉइस थी। लेकिन मैंने कहा था नहीं, यह बहुत खूबसूरत है, डिसिप्लिन्ड है। फिल्में नहीं चलती, अलग बात है,
हाँ.
लेकिन वक्त नहीं लगता। लेट्स मेक अ गुड फिल्म विद हिम। आई हैड अ वेरी गुड सब्जेक्ट।
या.
एंड
And would you, 4 decades of, filmmaking, I would say, and would you ever open a school of acting like Subhash Ghai or Anupam Kher?
no, I was never born to be an actor. Subhashji wanted to be an actor, and since he wasn't successful as an actor, he took up filmmaking as a and
Yeah, yeah.
business or profession, and he was a great filmmaker.
But why wouldn't you
I
want to share your knowledge to the
I
world?
would I
Or
would like to I would like to work on actors rather than be an actor.
okay, okay, I
I would
see what you're saying.
like to fine tune them.
I always read Shri Krishna International attached to your films. Who are Shri Krishna International?
My father's company was called Shri Krishna Films. Then it was called Shri Krishna Pictures, his distribution company. So when I had to start my company, I
Yes,
wanted to maintain my belief in Shri Krishna
yes,
and take it forth. So I found a longer third name, International,
yeah,
that
yeah.
I added to Shri Krishna.
So, since Andaz 2003, the genre of your films has been romance or musical romance. Is it because of the trend of the new millennium from masala action thriller films in the late 80s and 90s?
I don't know why. Maybe it was a point at which I thought my emotional content, that
Yeah,
40 that I had, could be
I see.
utilized more effectively.
Yeah,
Action, I'm open to making actions. I have no problem at all.
yeah,
But I just thought that, there was so much more to say
yeah,
through, like Barsat, if you see, there
yeah,
was a lot to communicate in that film.
I
If
see.
there was a see, I was talking, I mean, I know a lot of my films have been replicated and
Uh-huh.
they've been tremendously successful. In the last 10 years, I realized a lot
Of
of
course.
filmmakers actually, uh, you know, go
Yeah.
out, figure out and made. And all the films have been very successful. So my
Wow.
story quotient has been strong. And
Fantastic.
I personally feel that I like making films and I'd like to keep making films till I can.
सुनील दर्शन जी, आप बनाते रहिए फिल्में. We love your films. We love you very much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I wanted to probe into your mind today, and I just about managed it. And want to thank Priyanka Raina for liaising with us,
Oh, yes.
between us.
She's a sweet girl.
She's,
Sweet
yeah,
girl,
very
yes.
sweet girl.
Great girl,
And I
yes.
wanted to specially thank her as well. And of course, we have to thank Lyca Radio Network uh,
Yes.
for this interview
Indeed.
today. And
Wish you the
any
best
message
always. Wish
to
Leica the
Lyca
best.
Radio Network? Any message to
Exactly what I
Lyca Radio
said
and the
in my
listeners of Lyca
messages.
Radio
Yeah.
Network?
Just take, just take it all over.
Yeah,
Everyone should know your radio platform
yeah.
and give them great, honest news.
I told my CEO, Raj Bhattarji, that you were going to come for this interview and all that. And he was so excited. Believe you me, I've never seen somebody being so excited because he watches your films religiously and is a great fan of yours. He said,
Thank you,
please,
Raj. Thank you. Thank you
London
so
आएंगे तो please उनको ले आना studio
much.
में. I'd
Please,
like to meet
my
him.
request to him is keep believing in my cinema and I'll
Uh,
deliver the best.
he does come over to Mumbai at times, so I will ask him
Ask him
to
to
come
meet
and
me.
meet you.
Pleasure. A pleasure, totally. Really.
सुनील जी, what a pleasure, eh? आप नजदीक
And
होते तो मैं जब भी मारता.
hope to see you soon again.
Yes, I will be coming. I will be coming very soon, and I'm in touch with you now.
Yeah, surely. God bless. Take
All the
care.
best for, Andaz too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Namaskar. Jai Shri Krishna.